flipping through the newspapers, switching through multiple news channels, exploring different websites and online mediums for relevant news? Keeping up to date with important news is not only time-consuming but also requires meticulous upkeep of notes for thorough revision. With a limited period in hand and abundant resources to study from, do not let current affairs come in the way of your prelims success. Join the PT 365 program by Vision IAS and advance in your preparation for current affairs. Starting on 9th January at 5 p.m., this 20-day course offers comprehensive coverage of 1 year of current affairs in 60 hours. Join for improved knowledge with complete coverage of The Hindu, Indian Express, PIB, Economic Times, Yojana, Economic Survey, etc. Doubt-clearing sessions and mentoring for thorough knowledge. Access to Sandhan personalized test with 25,000 plus questions. Access to live and online classes for flexibility in timing. It's time to devote your energy to smart learning and not running. Enroll today and excel in UPSC prelims with a strong command of current affairs.
Hello and welcome to this edition of News Today. Without delay, let's have a look at the headlines first. Cabinet approved revised Rashtriya Gokul mission. Cabinet approves revised national program for dairy development. Union Cabinet approves incentive scheme for promotion of low-value BHIM-UPI transactions. Manrega sees 82% rise in employment generation. Sagarmala Startup Innovation Initiative launched to boost port-led development. Changing dynamics of India's remittances highlighted by Reserve Bank of India. In a major boost to livestock sector, the Union Cabinet has approved the revised Rashtriya Gokul Mission or RGM, aimed at the development and conservation of indigenous breeds, genetic upgradation of the bovine population, and enhancing milk production and productivity. Let's dive into the details. The Rashtriya Gokul Mission was launched in 2014 and is implemented by the Department of Animal Husbandry and Dairying. Under this mission, several activities are undertaken, including strengthening semen stations, expanding the artificial insemination network, enhancing central cattle breeding farms, and conducting skill development and farmer awareness programs. Additionally, the mission provides for the establishment of 16 Gokul Grams, integrated indigenous cattle development centers designed to conserve and develop indigenous bovine breeds through a scientific and holistic approach. Now, what is new in the revised version? The government has allocated 3,400 crore rupees for the 15th Finance Commission cycle, covering the period from 2021-22 to 2025-26. Alongside the existing initiatives, two new activities have been introduced. First, heifer rearing centers or HRCs. A one-time assistance of 35% of the capital cost will be provided to implementing agencies for the establishment of 30 housing facilities, accommodating a total of 15,000 heifers. Second, interest subvention for farmers. To promote the purchase of high genetic merit or HGM, in vitro fertilization or IVF heifers, farmers will receive a 3% interest subvention on loans taken from milk unions, financial institutions or banks. Now, let's take a look at the remarkable achievements of the Rashtriya Gokul Mission over the past decade. Milk production has seen an impressive rise of 63.55%, while per capita milk availability has increased significantly from 307 grams per day in 2013-14 to 471 grams per day in 2023-24. Moreover, dairy productivity has improved by 26.34% in the last 10 years. Additionally, the nationwide Artificial Insemination Program or NAIP conducted under RGM has been instrumental in providing free of cost artificial insemination services at the doorstep of farmers across 605 districts. With these significant advancements and the newly introduced measures, the revised Rashtriya Gokul Mission is set to further transform India's livestock sector. The Union Cabinet has approved the revised National Programme for Dairy Development or NPDD, aiming to modernize and expand dairy infrastructure, ensuring sustained growth in the sector and boosting farmers' income. Let's take a closer look at the key details. The NPDD is a central sector scheme that was initially launched in 2014 and later restructured in 2021. The revised version comes with an additional allocation of 1,000 crore rupees, bringing the total budget to 2,790 crore rupees for the period of 15th Financial Commission cycle, spanning from 2021-22 to 2025-26. This program is implemented by the Department of Animal Husbandry and Dairying, or DAHD, under the Ministry of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying. Moving on to its objectives. The revised NPDD is set to establish 10,000 new dairy cooperative societies, strengthen milk procurement and processing in the northeastern region, and support the formation of 2 milk producer companies, or NPCs, with dedicated grant assistance. Additionally, the scheme aims to generate 3.2 lakh direct and indirect employment opportunities, with a significant focus on women, who make up 70% of the dairy workforce. Now, let's talk about the scheme structure. It consists of 2 key components. Component A focuses on improving essential dairy infrastructure, particularly in remote and backward areas. This includes the establishment of milk chilling plants, milk testing laboratories, and certification systems to ensure quality standards. Component B, known as Dairying Through Cooperatives, or DTC, is a Japan International Cooperation Agency, or GICA assisted program. It is dedicated to the sustainable development of dairy cooperatives by enhancing production, processing, and marketing infrastructure across 9 states. And what has the NPDD achieved so far? Well, the program has already created over 30,000 direct and indirect jobs. It has significantly increased milk procurement capacity by an additional 100.95 lakh liters per day. Technological advancements have also played a crucial role, with over 51,777 village-level milk testing laboratories being strengthened and a combined capacity of 123.33 lakh liters of milk coolers installed. Additionally, advanced systems for adulteration detection have been implemented in 232 dairy plants across the country. With these strategic developments, the revised NPDD is set to further strengthen the dairy industry, ensuring economic growth and better livelihood opportunities for farmers across India. Moving ahead, in a major push for digital payments, the Union Cabinet has approved an incentive scheme to promote low-value BHIM-UPI transactions in the person-to-merchant, or P2M category. With an outlay of 1,500 crore rupees for the financial year 2024-25, the scheme aims to boost small value transactions, benefiting small merchants across the country. Under this scheme, an incentive of 0.15% per transaction will be provided for UPI transactions up to 2,000 rupees. The incentive will be paid to the acquiring bank, which is the merchant's bank, and will be shared with the issuer bank, payment service provider bank, and app providers. The objective of this initiative is to strengthen the indigenous BHIM-UPI platform and achieve a target of 20,000 crore rupees in total transaction volume for the financial year. Additionally, the scheme focuses on increasing UPI penetration in Tier 3 to Tier 6 cities, particularly in rural and remote areas, by promoting innovative solutions such as feature phone-based UPI 123 Pay and offline payment methods like UPI Lite and UPI Lite X. One of the key benefits of this scheme is that it allows small merchants to continue using UPI services at no additional cost. Notably, in 2020, the merchant discount rate was made 0 for BHIM-UPI transactions. MDR refers to the rate charged to merchants for accepting digital payments, including debit cards, credit cards, net banking, and digital wallets. For those unfamiliar, BHIM, or Bharat Interface for Money, is a payment app launched in 2016 that enables seamless digital transactions using the Unified Payments Interface, or UPI. UPI, developed by the National Payments Corporation of India, or NPCI, integrates multiple bank accounts into a single mobile application, allowing users to send and receive money easily. UPI offers several key features that enhance digital transactions. One of the main features is the Virtual Payment Address, or VPA, which allows users to send and receive money without sharing bank details. Another important aspect is Single-Click 2FA, which provides two-factor authentication with a single click. Additionally, India's stack integration plays a crucial role as part of the payments layer, contributing to the broader digital ecosystem. Lastly, UPI One World enables NRIs and foreign visitors to use UPI-powered wallets. Meanwhile, UPI's global footprint is expanding. NPCI International Payments Limited or NIPL, a wholly owned subsidiary of NPCI, has partnered with a Singapore-based payment company to enhance the acceptance of UPI on an international scale. Incorporated in 2020, NIPL is dedicated to the deployment of India's digital payment solutions, including RuPay and UPI, beyond domestic borders. With these developments, India continues to solidify its position as a global leader in digital payments, making transactions more accessible, secure, and efficient for everyone. In our next news, we bring you an update on the Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act or MNREGA. Between financial year 2014-15 and financial year 2024-25, MNREGA has seen a remarkable 82% rise in employment generation, contributing a total of 3,029 crore person days of employment. This significant increase highlights the ongoing success of the scheme in providing wage employment to rural households across India. In terms of technological advancements, Aadhaar seeding for MNREGA workers has been successfully completed for 99.49% of active workers, ensuring streamlined and efficient disbursement of wages. Now, let's take a closer look at MNREGA itself. Launched in 2005 by the Ministry of Rural Development, it is a centrally sponsored scheme aimed at guaranteeing at least 100 days of wage employment in a financial year to every rural household whose adult members volunteer for unskilled manual labor. The beneficiaries of MNREGA include all household members aged 18 or more and residing in rural areas. The scheme covers the entire country, excluding districts with 100% urban populations. The wage rates under MNREGA vary across states and are decided based on changes in the Consumer Price Index for Agricultural Labor or CPIAL, reflecting inflation in rural areas. Moving on to the achievements, one of the notable milestones is the increase in women's participation. From 48% in FY 2013-14, women's involvement has now risen to over 58% in the current financial year. Additionally, the scheme has contributed to a reduction in the number of water-stressed rural blocks. In the last decade, the number of such blocks has decreased from 2,264 to 1,456, which is a 35% reduction. Another significant development has been the creation of individual assets under MNREGA. From just 17.6% in FY 2013-14, this has now risen to a remarkable 56.99% in FY 2024-25, indicating a shift towards sustainable development. Lastly, we also saw the creation of over 68,000 Amrit Sarovars under the scheme in Phase 1, contributing significantly to water conservation efforts across the country. India's maritime sector is set for a major boost with the launch of the Sagarmala Startup Innovation Initiative or S2I2. This initiative was recently introduced at the 4th National Sagarmala Apex Committee or NSAC meeting. Now, what exactly is this initiative all about? S2I2 aims to empower startups working in crucial maritime areas such as green shipping, smart ports, maritime logistics, shipbuilding technology, and sustainable coastal development. To achieve this, the initiative will accelerate RISE, which stands for Research, Innovation, Startups, and Entrepreneurship. Additionally, it will provide startups with essential support through funding, mentorship, and industry partnerships to nurture innovative solutions. But that's not all that came out of the NSAC meeting. Plans to upgrade to Sagarmala 2.0 were also highlighted. So, what changes are expected under Sagarmala 2.0? Well, the upgraded version will focus heavily on shipbuilding, repair, braking, and recycling. These developments are aligned with the Maritime Amrit Kal Vision or MAKV 2047, which aims to position India among the world's top 5 shipbuilding nations and expand port handling capacity to 10 billion metric tons annually. Now, let's take a step back to understand the original Sagarmala program launched in 2015. This ambitious initiative was designed to accelerate economic developments by utilizing India's extensive 7,500 kilometers coastline and 14,500 kilometers of potentially navigable waterways. Its key goal is to reduce logistics costs for both domestic and EXIM cargo. The Sagarmala program is spearheaded by Ministry of Ports, Shipping and Waterways with the National Sagarmala Apex Committee or NSAC, serving as its apex body. The program is built on 5 key pillars: port-led industrialization, port modernization, port connectivity, coastal shipping and inland waterways, and coastal community development. In fact, the Sagarmala program has already achieved notable milestones. In maritime infrastructure, over 100 port modernization projects have been implemented, adding 230 million tons per annum to port capacity. In terms of port connectivity, more than 80 connectivity projects have improved 1,500 kilometers of connectivity to ports. Under coastal community development, fishing harbour projects have positively impacted over 30,000 fishermen. With these strategic initiatives, India is paving the way for enhanced maritime capabilities, promoting innovation and strengthening its position in the global maritime sector. India's remittance landscape is undergoing significant change, as highlighted by the Reserve Bank of India's latest report. The data, sourced from the 6th round of India's Remittances survey for 2023-24, sheds light on some key trends. So, what exactly are remittances? When migrants send home part of their earnings in the form of either cash or goods to support their families, these transfers are called remittances. Notably, India's stock of international migrants has tripled from 6.6 million in 1990 to 18.5 million in 2024. Now, let's take a closer look at the key highlights from the report. India has consistently maintained its position as the top recipient of remittances globally since 2008, according to the World Bank. In fact, remittances have more than doubled over the years, rising from $55.6 billion in 2010-11 to a remarkable $118.7 billion in 2023-24. In terms of GDP contribution, remittances have remained stable at around 3% since the year 2000. Interestingly, there's been a shift in the source of these remittances. The share of advanced economies in India's inward remittances has now surpassed that of Gulf economies like the UAE. This shift reflects changing migration patterns, with a growing focus on skilled Indian diaspora moving to developed nations. Among these source countries, the United States and the United Kingdom have emerged as major contributors, accounting for nearly 40% of India's total remittances. On the domestic front, Maharashtra leads as the top recipient state, followed closely by Kerala and Tamil Nadu. There's also positive news regarding the cost of remittances. For India, the cost has declined and is now lower than the global average, largely driven by increased digitalization. Remittances play a vital role in India's economy. They finance around 42% of India's trade deficit, showcasing their crucial role in balancing economic stability. Additionally, India's remittance inflows have consistently surpassed foreign direct investment or FDI, reinforcing their economic impact. Importantly, these inflows contribute to improved living standards by supporting family maintenance, education, and other essential needs. These insights offer a clearer understanding of how India's remittance patterns are evolving, with implications for both economic stability and the diaspora's role in supporting families back home. As we conclude today's main news, let's have a look at some quick updates. The Lok Sabha and the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology have agreed to collaborate on developing the Sansad Bhashini initiative. This initiative aims to leverage artificial intelligence to enhance multilingual support facilitated through Bhashini and streamline parliamentary operations. The Philippines has urged India to join the Quad Alliance, an informal minilateral alliance comprising the United States, Japan, Australia, and the Philippines. The alliance aims to address aggression and ensure stability in the Indo-Pacific Ocean region, among other objectives. The Center for Development of Telematics has launched Samarth, a cutting-edge incubation program for telecommunications and IT sector. The primary objective of Samarth is to encourage the development of sustainable and scalable business models, offer access to cutting-edge resources, and help startups bridge the gap from ideation to commercialization. The State of Climate 2024 report was published by the World Meteorological Organization or WMO. According to the report, global warming has led to greenhouse gas levels reaching their highest point in the past 8 lakh years, as stated by the WMO. Additionally, the report highlights that each of the past 10 years ranks among the 10 warmest years on record since 1850. The Uplink initiative under the World Economic Forum or WEF successfully cut carbon emissions by 1,42,400 tons in 2023-24. The Uplink initiative is focused on promoting impactful early stages innovation. It was founded in 2020 through a collaboration between WEF, Deloitte and Salesforce. The Ministry of Defence has inked a capital acquisition contract with Bharat Electronics Limited for the Low-Level Transportable Radar or LLTR Ashwini for the Indian Air Force. Ashwini is an active electronically scanned phased array radar which is based on state-of-the-art solid-state technology. Indian and US firms have signed an MOU on co-developed wave glider and autonomous surface vessel or ASV designed for anti-submarine warfare. Autonomous surface vessels are robotic vehicles that operate on the sea surface, recording vital oceanographic data. Serbia denied using a banned sonic weapon to disperse protesters in Belgrade. Sonic weapons, known as acoustic weapons, are devices that deliver extremely loud sounds over long distances. In addition to this, they can also function as voice amplifiers to deliver voice messages or other sounds. A study highlighted that micro-lightning may have sparked life on Earth, challenging the Miller-Urey hypothesis. Micro-lightning refers to tiny electric sparks that imitate how lightning forms in clouds. These sparks are generated when oppositely charged water droplets formed after splitting come close together. Before we sign off, let's challenge your understanding in today's installment of Test Your Learning. Thank you for joining us. We hope you found this episode of News Today engaging. For the solutions to the quiz and to access the PDF version of News Today, remember to visit the provided links in the description below.